Look at the timing. It is absolutely precise. The source packet arrives with a thread that doesn't just raise the temperature, it detonates it. We are talking about a declaration of economic warfare against a neighbor we've been told to tolerate for decades. Let's look at what he posted. He starts by going after Doug Ford, calling him bluster, painting him as the unimpressive brother of Rob Ford. But then he pivots to the meat. He says America has been carrying Canada for decades, but no longer. And he lays out the terms of surrender in stark, brutal numbers. He claims their unemployment is at 10%. He says their businesses are fleeing. He says the days of them ripping off our farmers are over. But then comes the hammer. He posts a second thread, and this one has the specific figures that make the tape react. He states there has been a $60 billion deficit between our two countries caused by their tariffs. And his remedy. On January 1st, 2027, tariffs on all cars, trucks, parts, and steel will be increased to 50%. He says if you build in the United States, there are 0 tariffs. But if you don't, Canada is treated like a state no longer. He says they do 95% of their business with us. He is drawing a line in the sand, and he is using a number % as his marker. Now, look at the tape. Look at the measured market line for the assets that matter here. Bitcoin dropped down 1.26%, a 95th percentile. QQ dropped down 1.17%, 90th percentile. ITA fell down 0.74%, he 87th percentiled. These are not random fluctuations. This is a risk-off event. The market is pricing in the chaos of a 50% tariff wall. Notice DJT jumped up 1%, 65th percentile, edged up at the open, up 0.23% vis prior close, 21st percentile of its overnight gaps. That is the only asset moving with his voice. Everything else is bleeding. The tape shows capital fleeing the uncertainty he just manufactured. He amplifies this anxiety by sharing a link to an article titled Trump's Patience with the Iranian Regime Runs Out. He posts Iran is completely collapsing, alongside a shared headline about Iran's parliament speaker saying, "We're hungry, we cannot survive." He is weaving a narrative of total dominance. He shares emails from the DOJ regarding turmoil over Biden-era memo urging crackdown parents, to paint his opponents as chaotic and weak. He links to pieces about inside Democrat Civil War progressives problem black voters, and what if spies cut China File 2020. He is trying to control the entire information space from the border to Tehran. But look at what he posted in the images. He shares a Washington Post graphic showing prescription drug prices record sharpest drop in more than 60 years with a green downward arrow. He posts a photo of an airport sign for President Donald J. Trump Intel Airport with the caption, "Look what I just passed by." He posts images of himself walking alongside Kim Jong-un, silent, stoic, juxtaposed against the noise of his threats to Canada and Iran. He is projecting strength through imagery, while the market digests the 50% figure he just unleashed on global trade. The tape does not lie. Bitcoin dropped down 1.26%, 95th percentile. QQQ dropped down 1.17%, 90th percentile. The tech sector is selling off. Defense stocks, ITA, fell down 0.74%, 87th percentile. The market is terrified of the $60 billion deficit he cites and the 50% tariff he threatens. He claims they do 95% of their business with us, implying we hold all the cards. But the tape shows that when you threaten to break the supply chain for cars and steel, the market doesn't cheer, it retreats. DJT is up 1%, 65th percentile, but that is his own reflection. The rest of the world is dropping. He says, "We don't need Canada." The tape says the world needs stability, not a 50% shock to the system on January 1st. That's the show. We're on Spotify and YouTube if this earned it, like subscribe, tell a friend. And housekeeping. The machine that writes this gets tuned constantly for cleaner news. The numbers are real, the jokes are not. One more thing, this whole station runs on one garage computer. And if the tape ever earned you a coffee, there's a tip jar at informant.reiners.io. It keeps the phone line on.